Cake pricing is difficult. I know it. I've been there, done that, and I know that it is not one of the easiest things or topics when it comes to cake business. So we're going to be talking about it today. Why is cake pricing difficult and what should you be doing right when it comes to cake pricing? Now, if it's something you're interested in, you want to stick around. But first of all, my name is Oluchi Imo, and I am a cake artist that is based in Swindon, the United Kingdom. If you see my beautiful face for the first time, you're most welcome to my channel. And on this channel, I handhold you and teach you tips and strategies on how to grow a thriving cake business. So like I said, today we're going to be talking about the difficulty in cake pricing. Why is it so hard to get this right? Now, if there's something you're interested in, you know how we do it. Get something to eat, drink, relax, and I'll be right back. And you're welcome back. So straight into the topic of the day. Cake pricing is hard. One, because you are not doing it the right way. So if you're not doing it the right way, this is in terms of not just the calculation, but getting all your facts right and getting all your factors right. So you might be leaving out some things, or you might be reducing some things in your costing that you're not supposed to be leaving out or reducing. Don't do it to please anybody. Don't do it to appeal to the crowd. Don't do it to appeal to the market. Of course, we all have our different strategies and we know how it works out for us and how we are choosing to do our thing or run our cake businesses. But if you keep leaving out the things that are very important, or you keep reducing them, especially when it comes to your labor, then you are just going to be running at a loss, and cake pricing is going to be a tad difficult for you to achieve. So please make sure that you're putting all the factors in, you're putting them all in, and you're doing it right. Now, I said, I've been there, I've done that. I have been at the point where I just felt, oh, I need to reduce this so that my price will not be so high. I need to cut down on this so that people will not run away. I've been there and I've done that, and it's not helping me at all. And I do not want that. I do not want to be that baker that people refer to as the cheap baker. Of course, I do cakes right. I do nice, beautiful cakes, and I deserve to be paid for my cakes. You know, sometimes we spend hours, days on just these cakes, and we're not getting paid right for it. So this is one thing I want you to be doing. Please ensure that you're putting all the factors in that you need to put in your cake pricing. And if you do not know what these factors are, I've made a video to talk about this. Kindly check out that video so you have an idea of what factors or what things you should be looking at when it comes to your cake pricing, what factors, the direct and indirect costs that you should be factoring in your cake pricing. Now, the second reason is you are talking to the wrong audience. You are marketing to the wrong audience. You're doing it right, you're showing up, you're marketing, but you're talking to the people that you're not meant to talk to. Right? Because not everybody would be able to buy from you. Not everybody, can't even serve everybody. It's not practically possible to serve everybody because you have a price point that you're working with. And when I mean everybody, it could be that you decided to work with those that are earning less so that you can serve them and you can meet their needs, or you're serving those that are up there so you can meet their needs. So whatever rocks your boat, that is fine. But it can be difficult because you want to charge as a high-end baker, but you're talking to people that are not earning that much to be able to afford or pay for your cakes. So it's just going to be an effort in futility because you're going to be marketing and you're not going to be getting results. You're going to be marketing and seeing people that are asking you why your cakes are expensive, or people that are ghosting you. I've talked about ghosting before. Please do check out that video. It was an interesting one. So please check out that video. You'll be able to learn a thing or two. So you will just be talking to the people that are not ready or are not willing or are not able financially to pay for your cakes. Now, what criteria do you use to know or talk to the right people? You should have an ideal customer avatar or a profile of the people that you want to be serving. Where do they live? What do they earn? What's their lifestyle like? What are their habits like? Where do they work? All those kind of things would help you determine the people that you want to be serving. So if you do not have this, you've not drawn out your customer profile or your customer avatar, then you should be doing it. You can get resources online that will teach you better on how to do this, but it just helps you to give an idea on the people that you want to serve. So you know that, oh, these are the people that I'm talking, and I'm using the right communication methods to reach them. I am not talking to these people while I intend to talk to these people. I'm not talking to this while I intend to talk to that, because if you're talking to the people you're not meant to be talking to, you're not going to get the results that you need. And pricing is going to be real difficult because you feel, oh, I'm too expensive. Meanwhile, there are people that can afford your cakes, but you are not looking in that direction. You are looking in some other person's direction or some other people's direction. And so it's going to be difficult to get that result that you really want. Now, the third thing is that you're copying blindly. You're copying blindly because you feel, I want to do it this way, they're doing it, or I've checked around, I have done my research, my pricing, and this is what people in my location are charging. If you do that, you're just going to be running into issues with your cake pricing, and it's going to be hard, hard, hard. It's going to be difficult because you are copying blindly. It's okay to do your research, to know what your competitors are charging, to know what other people around you are charging, what is their benchmark, what are they using, or what are they doing, or how are they getting their results, or how are they going about their pricing. It is okay to do that, but do not solely fall flat on this and say, okay, because baker is charging this, that's what I'm going to be charging. This baker in my location charges this, so I'm going to be charging something less. That is not how you determine your cake pricing. If you do that, it's going to be hard to be able to achieve that result you want with your baking, like getting paying customers, people who will pay without saying, asking you questions, why it's so expensive. People that you give your prices to and they'll say, oh, that's okay, not a problem. These are the people that you want, right? Then you should not be copying blindly, because if you copy blindly, you're going to be losing out in some way, shape, or form, because their cost and the way they run their business, the way they source their materials, the way they do their pricing is totally different from yours. And you cannot use their pricing as a benchmark to do yours, because you don't even have a true picture of what their business is, what methods they are using, or what criteria is they are using. So it's good to research, know what your competitors are charging, to have an idea, but this does not mean that you should be setting your prices maybe £10 below or $20 above to determine your own pricing. You need to do the work, and you need to be able to do your costing so that it's not difficult for you when it comes to cake pricing. Now, the fourth thing is your presentation and your positioning. Now, you're not presenting right and you're not positioning right. When I say this, I mean that you're showing up just like Jack and Jill. You're showing up just like everybody else is showing up. You're presenting your cakes the same way everybody else is doing it, or the majority of bakers are doing it. And so there's no stand apart factor. There is no unique thing that is standing you out. There is nothing spectacular about your cakes. There's nothing that people are looking forward to that is attracting them. If you do this, then cake pricing is going to be difficult, because you are assuming that you can charge what you're charging for your cakes. Meanwhile, your outlook doesn't tell anybody that your cakes are worth that. It is not just about your cakes. It is not just about how tasty they are. These things also matter. So you should be positioning right, and you should be presenting right. Your cake photography should be on point. If you know that you're not getting it right, they might look good in your eyes, but if you're getting feedback that you need to work on this, you need to adjust this, then please, by all means, go for classes, get trained, get lessons on how to do it. It could be your cake photography, it could be your cake design. Maybe your cake designs are not very good enough there. There's nothing to stand. Your cake designs are good, but there is nothing that is unique. There is nothing that is a wow factor in your designs. Then you need to be going back to school and going back to cake classes to learn how to up your game, so that cake pricing will not be difficult. There are people that are really smashing it in this game, and it's because they are doing their best to give their cakes that high end look. So when you look at their pages, you look at their communication, you go to talk to them, you send an email, there is that high end, there's that luxury feel. It might not even be high end or luxury. Let's face it. It might be just, I call my cakes this price, and people do not raise an eyebrow, and they're asking me questions. They are willing to go with me, and they're willing to pay for my services. So this is one thing that you want to do with regards to cake pricing, so that it will not be hard for you to achieve what you actually want to charge for your cakes. The fifth reason why cake pricing is difficult is because you lack confidence. Yes, you know it, you're adding all the factors, you're doing everything, but you're not confident enough to say, this is what I'm charging for my cakes, without thinking twice, without being afraid that the customers will run away, without overthinking it. You would lack the confidence because you're always thinking, am I doing it right? So my customers not running away. Will these people buy from me at the end of the day? What can I do? And I'm afraid, and I'm afraid. And because of that fear, when you go to call the prices, you're calling something else. I've been there. I know this. We do it. If you can relate, please give me a thumbs up in the comments. So we do it and we're not confident enough. Why are you not confident enough to price your cakes right? If you lack that confidence, then definitely it's going to be challenging calling your cake prices because you're always going to be changing it at the last minute. You're always going to be pitting the customer. I know that things are hard, times are hard. Can you imagine that a pack of butter, 250 grams butter, is almost £2 at the moment? It was less than £1 before, but now it's almost £2. Slowly, they're just adding it pence by pence. They're just increasing it bit by bit. And one day you wake up and you see that it's now shockingly maybe £3 or something. So that's the world we live in today. But of course, this is business and you also have to survive. Your business has to survive. So back to the confidence, you have to build your confidence. If you need to get a mentor to talk to you, if you need to get someone to school you and to build your confidence and to walk you through how to get to the point where you're able to charge and not be afraid, then please go and get that done. Get yourself a mentor. Or if you feel you cannot get yourself a mentor, you cannot afford one, then ask yourself, why am I not confident enough? I've talked about this before. Why am I afraid to say the prices of my cakes? If you do this, you would have an idea into what the issue is really. You'll have an idea into what it is really, and then you'll be able to work your way back into building that confidence or correcting whatever it is that is holding you back from charging what your cakes are worth. Thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope that it was an insightful one for you. If you watch up to this point, you are the real MVP. Please drop for me cake pricing. Yes, so that this will be able to create more visibility for this video, so that this video will get to as many bakers that need to see. Thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and also to subscribe to my channel and become a part of this family. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below and I will do my best to get back to you. Until I see you in my next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.